let's say there's a lower correlation with weight. All right, in this week's video, we're going to make a Correlogram. So you need to install ggcorplot. If you haven't done so, do so. We're going to use ggplot along with ggcorplot, corplot for correlations. We're going to use mtcars as our data set. If you're unfamiliar with mtcars, open that up. And you can see that it is the distribution of makes of vehicle and their specifications based on said vehicle. This is a good pre-made data set that you should use for a lot of your test data. Okay, so now that we've established that, we're going to make a correlation. We're going to round it, correlation of mtcars and comma 1. So if we look here, we're making a correlation that shows the comparison of MPG to all other factors, etc. So you have a one-to-one correlation with MPG because, of course, MPG is correlated with MPG. But then you can see the distribution of how MPG in those vehicles correlates to number of cylinders, displacement, horsepower, etc. Positive correlations are positive numbers, negative correlations are negative numbers. So this is a good chart to have, but how can we visualize it? And this is where we use ggcorplot. ggcorplot, we can take this subset and this matrix that we just created called core, call upon it, and we're going to do a hc.order equals true, type lower, labels equal true, label size equals 3. We can adjust that based on the size of the point that you'd like on your figure. We're going to make it a circle, so each point on the figure is going to be a circle. The colors of said circles are going to be blue, white, and spring green 3. You can customize this to whatever color palette you'd like, but this is going to correspond to this correlation. So a correlation of 1 is going to have a certain color, where a correlation of 0.8, negative 0.7 are going to have different colors or shades of said colors. We're going to call it a Correlogram of mtcars, and our GG theme equals theme BW. And when we run this, we can see the correlation between horsepower and cylinders. It has a positive correlation. The greater amount of horsepower, the greater number of cylinders. The greater MPG, let's say there's a lower correlation with weight. So the lighter your vehicle, the higher amount of MPG you're likely to have, or perhaps there's less displacement in your vehicle if you have a high MPG, or if you have more displacement, you have a low MPG. So this is a way you can show the correlation, that being positive or negative, in a simple chart based on your data to compare factors to each other. And why might you use this? Well, if you're trying to parse apart your data, this might be a good place to start in order to dig into what is being more strongly correlated with other factors of your study. Stick around for next week's video where we go through a deviation and diverging bar plot.